I heard something on the drive here that really kind of stuck with me. It's not a question; it's more of a statement. But it's alphas together are beta.
Yeah, I think I might graffiti that.
A little longer.
That's a great idea.
Yeah.
Did that come from somebody in particular, or just was a
This
discussion?
podcast, the guy's name was Balaji, but it was just this point. Like, there's all these people that want to be alpha, and that's this big thing in the culture now.
Yeah.
A group of people that can work together will destroy a group of people that can't work together,
Yeah.
and alphas can't work together.
Exactly.
So alphas together are beta.
Yeah.
Bandits.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm graffitiing that tomorrow. I got some fat fucking pens, too. I know exactly where I'm putting this. Yeah, so good.
Nice.
Why do humans elevate the predators of our species? These guys aren't good for our longevity, right? Child rape is not good for the longevity of Homo sapien, right? So why do these people, why do we, the larger we, allow for their, to ascend, right, in power and clout?
Know that, and we would have these things at the end of the day called a board meeting, where we'd all jump in the water and put a paddle board in the middle of us and have drinks on it, and that was the thing.
Just kind of sit.
Board meeting. And there were sharks swimming around us. It was a little disconcerting. And then the first mate, who was Fijian, was like, "Hey, you guys have to come in. It's dinner time." And we were like, "Nah, we went on." She started throwing bacon in the water.
Oh my God, fantastic.
Welcome, everyone, to Our Town Podcast, coming to you from the Cedar Stream studio space in beautiful downtown Renton. Please take a moment to like and subscribe, share if you can, and review if available. We'd love to hear from you, so comment below and tell us how we're doing. Hit the like and subscribe button to never miss an episode. And don't forget to visit our-townpodcast.com for all the links. Join the members only section of the website or sign up on Patreon. And now, here they are, the boys of Our Town Podcast.
Well, welcome everybody to another exciting edition of Our Town Podcast. Extraordinary. Yes, it is. Coming to you from the Cedar Stream Studios in beautiful downtown Renton, Washington. How's it going, guys?
Good to see you.
You folks should not adjust your screens. We do have a guest in. We brought in our in-house resident philosopher. Kyle McCurdy's back with us. You've been a couple times, or is this the second time?
I would say I'm a friend of the show.
Probably no doubt.
3, I don't know.
Without a doubt.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm happy to be back. Thank you.
Yes, and we're going to pick your brain, literally.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
And try to get some stuff, but we're going to catch up. But before all that, boys, tonight's safe word, and let me get this right. Tonight's safe word is, I see a boo-boo lad looking for whoopee.
Whoa.
So if anybody's not feeling safe for any reason, just yell out, I see a boo-boo lad looking for whoopee.
A boo-boo?
And we will stop this here program and check on you. And you folks can do it at home. Just yell that out, hit pause.
Yeah. That's not Diamond Dave, is it?
Well, I'm glad you brought that up, Mike. It is Diamond Dave. During the recording of Everybody Wants Some, David Lee Roth forgot the lyrics he was supposed to sing.
Went off script, did he?
He went off script and he's saying, I see a boo-boo lad looking for whoopee. Right? The actual line that he was supposed to sing was, I seen a lot of people looking for a moonbeam. And that's what your mind wants to hear when you look. But if you actually listen to the song, it's, I see a boo-boo lad looking for whoopee. Looking for whoopee. So sometimes you go off script.
True words were never spoken.
So they went back. He used that as a filler, said, we'll go back and re-record it. But the band was like, no, it's good.
Yeah, it's you. You're being Dave. It's fine. Perfectionist in every other thing. But they were like, fuck, it's Dave, dude.
How did you know that?
Well,
remarkable.
I feel like we're just a degree of separation, me and Diamond Dave.
Half a degree,
yeah. Which just happened to be genetic. So I'm me and he's him.
Yeah. One gene off. Jeez. Boys, Kyle, really appreciate you being here. I want to catch up with you a little bit because there's a couple things I want to ask you about. One is, I know it's been a couple of weeks, but you just got back from a whirlwind sailing adventure.
I did.
In the South Pacific, right?
Indeed, yes.
And you guys do this once or twice a year.
Yep. It's becoming a routine.
Yes.
I feel very
And
fortunate.
you guys jumped on a catamaran? sailing ship.
Oh yeah, they're incredible.
And you went around to different islands and just at sea eating fish every day. And
well, not every day. They had some land food. But
okay.
Yeah.
Still not terrible.
We ate every day.
Like a 60-foot cat. What was that?
59. Yeah, 60 foot. Yeah,
beautiful.
Yeah.
Ocean-going catamaran. I can't think of a better vehicle.
It was
pretty cool.
Yeah.
It was hard on the liver. It was 2 weeks of open bar, too.
Man. But it's you guys, some other guests, and then the captain and a first mate, and those guys do all the cooking and
keep us alive.
All this to keep you alive. What islands did you go to?
Well, so it was the first week was in Fiji.
Okay.
And we traveled, what were they called? I'm going to get it horribly wrong, but it was like the Viva Le Vu or something north of the main island. There's an island ring. And we went up and kind of traveled all around those islands and did a lot of snorkeling and swam with sharks, actually.
Nice.
Which is pretty incredible.
Like in a cage or just swimming with sharks? What kind of sharks are we talking about?
Blacktip reef sharks. But they're very safe, apparently. But I didn't know that. And we would have these things at the end of the day called a board meeting, where we'd all jump in the water and put a paddle board in the middle of us and have drinks on it. And that was the thing.
Just kind of sit.
Board meeting. And there were sharks swimming around us. It was a little disconcerting. And then the first mate, who was Fijian, was like, hey, you guys have to come in. It's dinner time. And we were like, nah, we went on. She started throwing bacon in the water.
Oh, my God. That's fantastic.
I was like,
Did everybody move like lightning quick?
I mean, not really, because she was laughing and we were drunk. So we're like, whatever, it doesn't matter. But it was an experience. And so we did a week in Fiji, and that was with my fiance, Amelia, and her family, and then a couple friends. And then after that, we hopped on a plane and flew to Tonga, the Kingdom of Tonga, and did a week similar, like traveling around to the different islands in Tonga.
On a boat?
Yeah, on a different boat. It's a company called Tradewinds. They're like kind of like they charter them. Like you rent the boat and the captain and the first mate, and they take you around. And
you can't beat that.
It was so beautiful.
Nice.
And in Tonga, we swam with humpback whales.
Really?
Like that's apparently one of the few places in the world you could do it. So we got to jump in the water.
Oh my God!
With our
close
snorkels. Probably like 15 feet.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like
no, I think
close.
Around here it's like 500 yards.
Not a lot of control.
Yeah. Marine Mammal Protection Act. It's that's fantastic.
Yeah.
Did you get like eye contact with the?
No, it was the whales that we were tracking. Like it was kind of funny. So there's this expedition, and you're on this super fast little welded together kind of crappy boat, and then there's the captain of the boat, and then the whale guy, and his name was actually Tonga in Tonga, and then they kind of drive around and find whales, and then they go zipping after them, get close. The guy jumps off the boat and like swims up to them. And if it's cool, he puts his hand up, and then like a group gets to jump in the water. And
How does he know if it's cool? He goes up
and kind of is kind of what he did. Like he would go up there and he'd look and he'd wait a while.
Be cool, bro.
And then sometimes he wouldn't put his hand up. Sometimes he would.
Yeah.
And then we'd swim out and
like
look
he
at
could
the
probably
whales.
tell if the whale is nervous or like.
Yeah.
It's protecting something.
Sure. Totally.
But I think humpbacks are famously like nice, right? I think they save seals when orcas are coming after them and shit.
No, man.
You know what I mean? They're like the Cub Scouts of the sea. Orcas are like the tough
sharks and jets.
Yeah, the jets.
Wearing salmons for hats.
Man.
Weirdos.
Cool, man. I don't know. That's neat.
It was
so you
magical.
there 2 weeks?
The trip was about 2.5 weeks with all the travel and everything, but it was
lucky sucker.
Incredible. Where'd you fly into? Was it easy to fly in?
Yeah, we flew down to San Fran and then San Fran to Fiji.
Oh, sure.
Fiji to Tonga, same on the way back.
Yeah, Bailey and Daniela spent their honeymoon in Fiji.
Oh, man. Yeah. That's the Fijian people are amazing. Like you'll hear bula. Bula is like their word. It means everything. So everybody's yelling bula at each other all the time.
Just random. It's like aloha or something.
Yeah. It's like aloha, hello, goodbye, cheers.
Bonjour.
I'm happy.
Right
I'm
on.
pissed. Like it's kind of
nice.
The universal word, but the people are so loving and kind. And apparently their colonial relationship with the rest of the world is really nice and positive.
Okay.
Like they were really scared during World War II about Japan invading them and kind of called on the U.S. and allies to protect them. And we did. And so they're like, yeah, we love Americans. We love the West.
Nice.
Yeah.
Even now.
Yes. And now, we travel there and spend a lot of money. So
Right. Standout meal? Any standout? I'm sure they were all good, but you know what I mean? Like anything that sticks out?
I'm not a huge fish fan, but when we were in Tonga, like when you're traveling between islands, you can fish and put like the kind of ocean hook in the water or whatever.
Yeah.
And we caught one fish, and it was a giant trevally. And it was this like silver fish with spikes on it, like this really big, mean looking ocean fish. I guess they're carnivorous. And then one of the folks that was with us is a friend, actually the husband of one of my fiance's business partners, this Finnish guy named Jaakko. And he caught the fish, pulled it up on deck, and then just like within 5 minutes had the whole thing cleaned and gutted and ready to go and fillet. So I was like, whoa.
Hako.
And then
just like a white fish, or
it was like silver, and then the fish was kind of like a pink, like the flesh.
More like a salmon then.
Yeah, and then they cooked it. They didn't cook it. They made what's that raw dish of fish? Sriracha, ceviche.
Oh,
yeah, ceviche. They made a ceviche.
That's an interesting choice.
Yeah, you kind of like, I guess, cover it with like lime or lemon juice, and that sort of cooks it or does something.
Oh, the acid.
Yeah. And it was delicious. And I think because we caught it, it made it better, right?
Oh,
like, hey.
for sure.
And you'd had a few beers by then.
Oh, yeah.
A few drinks by then, anyways.
Yes. Lots of day drinks.
Well, that's badass. Do you guys have another trip planned?
We do.
Another sailing trip planned?
Yeah.
Because I think you guys, didn't you go to the South Pacific?
We went to St. Martin in the Caribbean most recently. Before
that's where you proposed.
That's where I proposed. In a little bay full of turtles.
Yes.
Yeah.
Nice.
And a turtle is going to be our wedding animal.
That's great.
When I was on that proposing trip, we were in this big, beautiful bay of turtles, which is where I proposed. And Amelia my fiance's name, was saying like some really loving, sweet thing to me right after the moment. And then a turtle popped up and I was like, turtle, everybody look, just interrupted the whole moment.
Yeah. Well, it's a good omen.
Yep. But then we're going to, in December, we're going to British Virgin Islands for another one. And then St. Vincent next summer, St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
I've been to the DePaul. I really enjoyed that.
Yeah.
Geez, that's great. Where's St. Vincent?
It's like Southern Caribbean, close to Brazil, kind of like where the islands kind of go down into there.
Interesting. That's neat.
All right.
Yeah, I don't know what I did in my last life. That was so awesome because I'm being very highly rewarded in this one.
Nice.
That's great. Congratulations. It's wonderful.
Either that or something bad.
Well, how dare you? The megalodon.
It could be. Oh my God.
Maybe Kyle's the guy to stop the megalodon.
Tragedy.
Yeah, it'd be great.
Yeah, we're going to have to sacrifice Kyle now.
Yeah. But amazing.
Megalodon.
Geez, the other thing I wanted to ask you about is I've seen you posting a bunch of Cajon videos. I know you do Epic Tetrix, which is your music.
Music.
You drop all your creations on there, which you use. What is the machine that the instrument that you use?
It's a digital audio workstation that I use called Reaper, and then I have a music catalog I've been building with a company called Native Instruments, and they do
like
synths, samples, kind of a mix of both. A lot of cool world stuff like world percussion and a bunch of Middle Eastern instruments and Southeast Asian instruments. And then it's a hobby. I'll write the songs on there, distribute them through this service called DistroKid, which puts it like all over. And then I make those little shorts with like a quote with my music, thinking that that'll train the algorithm. Like, oh, look, people are using this music in Instagram Reels.
Right.
It must be cool. It hasn't worked yet. Like the plays haven't changed, but it's still fun. So
do you pop it up anywhere else? I know like Pixabay or
I don't. I should.
You should look at I'm not going to tell you
because you still retain ownership.
I do. Yeah. And I'm not trying to sell them. I can tell you
but as long as it's
you
know what I mean. Fair is fair.
Yeah. Well, here's a trivia, guys, for you guys. So this last year, I had 57,000 streams of Epic Tetrix music.
Nice. That's fantastic.
Guess how much money I earned?
About 14 cents.
I don't know. It'll just hurt my feelings.
$84.
Wow, that's all right.
Yeah,
$84. That's a bar night, right?
Yeah. For 12 months of music work.
Nice.
Yeah.
But I wanted to, because you've been doing a lot of cajon stuff lately, and I know you've had a cajon since I've known you.
Yeah.
Which is what, 10 years now or
Yeah,
something.
yeah,
It's crazy.
it is.
I know. Fuck, I can't get rid of this guy. But no, I mean, you've been jamming a lot and doing some flamenco stuff, which is that's amazing.
Yeah, different because it's not a home studio. It's very immediate.
Yeah.
Right? It's percussion is always very immediate, right?
Yeah.
But that's neat. So
you don't
that's
even really need a mic.
Yeah,
you
neat.
can
Yeah,
the right place. Yeah. But I really have fallen in love with it, with cajon and with flamenco. I played drums most of my life.
Right.
First band, 1994 AC/DC cover band.
Nice.
In Saskatoon, Saskatchewan, Canada.
Oh yeah.
100%. And then I kind of quit, and then started picking it back up again through some life changes, and just really leaned into it. And I practice like half an hour a day.
Do you have a studio set up at the new joint? The new
Not yet.
Because Amelia's got her dance studio.
She does, yeah. And I'm planning on building my own version of a game shack on the other side of the house.
Nice. Is that where we're going to be playing poker soon?
Yeah, poker.
Nice.
Well, it won't be ready then, but it'll be like the music place. Right now, I'm just kind of taking over half the living room with like all my guitars and drums.
Yeah, well, I mean,
so it's fine, but I think it'll wear eventually.
There has to be something in sight.
I will have to say, though, I had a wonderful moment on the cajon. I got invited to play with these old blues guys at this North Bend Festival, and it was at an art gallery, and I went and played with them and then left, right? It was awesome. But I showed up with my drum while they were still setting up their amps and mics and cables. And as a drummer, I've never been like first one done and first one out. I'm usually like the pain in the ass with all my carts and cymbals and stands and bits and bytes. Now I'm like just in and out. Yeah. It's freaking great.
Does it have a pickup, like an onboard pickup?
It does not. No.
Okay. But you could mic.
Yeah, and there's like a hole in the back.
Oh, sure.
Just perfect. You just put a mic there and it's good to go. Yeah. But it's fun. And so I'm going to be working on playing more.
Okay. Do you have any plans to play with those guys again? Because you sent out a notice and it was like the day.
I know.
And I'm like, dude.
I haven't seen them at the open mics these past few weeks.
Okay.
And I know the guy that was putting it together. His name's Monty. He's a super cool dude, very deep in kind of the North Bend music scene.
Right.
And he is also, I think, in his 80s.
Okay.
And his health is kind of here and then bad, And so I'm thinking, I haven't heard from him lately, but I hope to. It'd be cool.
Monty, reach out, dude.
Yeah. It was my first ever paying gig as a cajonist, so that's kind of a milestone moment.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's cool.
Right. And paid you more than your
Spotify or whatever. Yeah.
50,000 for one night at the art gallery.
True.
No, keep it up, dude. Keep creating.
Yeah. Because that's the point, right?
Yeah.
Whether or not and the tree doesn't care when it falls in the forest if anybody hears, right?
No, exactly. Well, it's just a connect thing. Like I know, in parts of my life, I did kind of fallen off the creative juice. Like I wasn't doing a lot of stuff, and it just feels so good to have that back.
Nice.
There's like a missing piece, and so it's been wonderful, very fulfilling.
Well, if you need help building a stage or anything out there, they're happy to come out and swing some hammers and get that stage built, because I think that's a fantastic idea. It's a great location, you guys. I could show you pictures, but from their backyard, you walk out the back, and Mount Si is there. Like you can reach out and touch it.
Yeah.
It's just phenomenal, but with the little stage right there and the band set up and all that stuff.
That's the Psy Sessions plan.
Nice.
I hope to have it executed by next summer. Yeah.
That's nice.
It's funny. I've actually been, we'll see how this goes, but I'm getting into the AI thing a little bit. And I've been asking AI to act as an architect and building supply genius and project manager to design me a 200 square foot, 2-story rustic game shack.
Nice.
Geez, that's great.
See if it works.
Why 2 stories?
It's all like 6-dimensional, non-Euclidean.
Or like an office up there or something?
Well, 200 square feet is the permit limit. Like 200 or less, you don't need a permit.
Yeah.
And then 2 stories just to have like a space for upstairs where it would be more computer music. The downstairs would be more of like a board game room / music room, et cetera. That kind of stuff.
Did you move that that house that we built in the back that I helped build. I didn't. I was there for a day, but did you move that over?
No,
or did you leave that? For
I left it. I don't know if it helped or hurt the sale, but it at least got roughed in, done. So it had a roof. It had it was all framed, sealed.
Yeah.
But that was it. So it was all like raw on the inside.
Yeah, that's fine though.
Nice.
Yeah, that's
Nice.
Yeah. We'll see. But thank you for that help, by the way. That was fun.
Yeah, I'm always willing to
was
help.
he holding a clipboard?
Yeah, exactly. You're not moving fast enough. I'm that guy in those videos that when you show the bad construction stuff, and the guy's like doing he's looking at us like, what is going on?
There were no injuries in the construction.
There was
of
no
that
injury.
shack.
I think I got a little bit of a sunburn.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Maybe.
It's more injury.
Boys, you want to jump into some headlines? We got our, like we said, we got our in-house philosopher, Kyle, here.
I do have a degree in philosophy.
Yes, he may try to convince us that things aren't as bad as they seem, like he did last time.
Yeah.
But we'll find out.
We're not there yet, people.
Not there yet. Starting out the headlines, I think you guys must have heard the tsunami that wasn't, right? Everybody, there was big warning because it was an 8.8.
From what I understand, an 8.8,
earthquake in a kind of a weird region of Russia. Is it like the north?
Kind of northwest-ish.
Northwest-ish.
Yeah, west
Siberia,
northwest.
kind of?
I don't know if that's Siberia brand, but yeah,
by Alaska or something.
But those temporal forests, right? I think so. I like to say Ifamith.
But 8.8 and then tsunami warnings went up all the way down the west coast and Hawaii especially.
Yes.
But then they ended up not really.
That's great.
Doing
I'll
much,
take that.
Which is awesome.
Yeah, and preliminarily I saw where they were expecting aftershocks for a month.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
It's a big
Bonkers.
Because of the size of the earthquake?
It beats me, or how deep it was, or just how it moved, or what moved. I really don't know.
Didn't it set off a volcano right there, too?
Or I mean, right there, if they're part of the same vein, right? I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah. Bonkers.
Geez. Well, good news. I mean, because those folks, remember a couple of years ago, there was like a missile attack warning or something in Hawaii.
Yeah.
So a lot of people are like, is this?
Oops. Yeah. The nukes are incoming. Yeah.
That's where Mike is running around pumping everything.
I'm just making out with somebody.
Isn't that where some like
This is
billionaires have their bunkers? It's Hawaii. This seems like a bad choice.
I know Oprah's out
warnings.
there, and there's this big deal where Oprah opened up part of her private property. She's got roads for people to evacuate
too. She's up on the higher ground or something.
Probably. Yeah, crazy. I mean, I hope we never have. I was thinking about an article.
The big one's coming to us,
I
man.
know.
Yeah.
I read an article years ago about Long Beach. You know, the big peninsula there. And folks there have like these floating balls, these safety balls that you can climb into, bring your dogs, and you strap in. And if the water rushes in, it's got the weight on the bottom, so it's like a bobber.
That's a great idea.
You don't have to try to get off the peninsula.
Yeah, just
15. You got 15 minutes.
Yeah. Oh man, yeah. Oh yeah, where everybody just goes burp. He pulls right out onto the 2-lane road.
Good luck.
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah. No, Mary's mom was down in Ocean Shores.
When this all happened. Yeah.
So we were thinking, but then they kept saying maybe 1 foot by midnight or something. So and she's on the Bayside. So but still, it's just flat. And if the road gets washed out,
what do you do?
Yeah, I mean that's kind of it, right?
Well, good to know that it didn't happen.
Yeah.
Sad news, boys. A 27-year-old man stormed a Manhattan office tower in New York with a long gun, I think an AR-15 or something. My understanding is he thought he was going into the NFL headquarters.
He left a note that kind of indicated
that's where he was heading. Yeah, he ended
evidently.
up like killing 4 and wounding 1.
That's shitty.
That's the only motivational thing I heard, and that he suffered some kind of mental illness.
Yeah,
thought he had CTE.
Yeah, but was still able to buy a weapon, right? Yeah, because that was not illegally. He didn't buy a stolen weapon, right? He legally purchased that weapon.
I think so, yeah. He worked in the surveillance
and
security of a big casino in Nevada somewhere.
So he must have passed numerous background checks, right? It's
I would think so.
I would sure think so.
New York to do this?
And drove all the way to New York.
Yeah.
I think he just plowed his way to New York to do this crime.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Jeez. Scary stuff. Speaking of scary stuff, Epstein, the Democrats in the Senate have thrown together a very seldom used mechanism that is supposed to allow them to get access to all the Epstein files. It's called the Rule of Nine, I think. Mike, did you hear about this?
No.
It's a federal law. It's Rule of Five, formerly known as Section 2954, first enacted in 1928. It established the rights of lawmakers. If you get 5 senators that want to see something, they can get together and say, you got to show us this.
Geez, that's great. Okay.
So, of course, it's probably going to hit a lot of legal roadblocks on its way to actually getting any information.
But at least it gets it on the record.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So that's something.
Yeah.
So that's nice. Why not just ask if any of the previous witnesses want to come back and testify under oath?
Yes.
Why can't we just talk to some witnesses,
Yeah,
right?
unfortunately. And we heard, I don't know if you guys heard this, Trump has said that he's changed his story on why he's broke his friendship with Epstein like 4 or 5 times. But the latest is that he poached that
An
young
underage
gal.
spa worker.
And it was the gal that just committed suicide. He admitted that that's the one that he poached.
It's so weird. The whole thing. And there just really are. And I guess this could slide us into our philosophy segment. That's right. Why do humans elevate the predators of our species? Right? These guys aren't good for our longevity. Right? Child rape is not good for the longevity of Homo sapien. Right? No. So why do these people why do we, the larger we, allow for their to ascend, right, in power and clout?
How do they pass the evolution test?
Yeah, man. Why do we allow for it? If we just threw them out of a if we have our, tribal center here with our, set belief systems and goals, etc., we used to just throw them out so that nature would take care of them or whatever, right? But we don't do that anymore. But not only do we not do that, we elevate them, right? The president of the United States is potentially, right, like a child rapist.
Yeah.
Right? That seems backwards to me.
At the very least, a aider.
It is aiding and abetting in, those who have committed those crimes. Fair.
Yeah, because I don't know that there's ever going to be evidence to say that he actually did something.
I would think not.
Allegedly, knock on wood.
He did buy a teenage beauty pageant, though.
Yeah. So and then brag about walking in on the naked contestants.
Weird.
Right? It's weird, man. And now people are just like jumping head over heels trying to kind of excuse it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Well, it's only been for a short period when a 40-year-old hanging out with a 14-year-old, it's only become recently taboo. It's like, I don't give a fuck if it became taboo yesterday. It's taboo.
Yeah.
Right? Because it's predatory behavior that is beneath us as a collective society. Right? It's predatory and not in a way that's going to benefit the larger society or posterity.
Right.
Right? It's a weird control thing, man.
Yeah, and there was he was asked about going to Epstein's Island again recently, and he said something like, I didn't have the privilege. And it's like, why the fuck would you phrase it that way?
Yeah.
Even if you're being sarcastic.
Yeah.
No, I didn't have that privilege.
Yeah.
What?
And well, why would the president of the United States be sarcastic?
Right.
That's like that's not the place or time or job to be facetious, right?
The arc of that story, though, is intriguing to me because he got elected by, like, a lot of people voted for him to release those files.
Yeah.
Like that, this arc of like Epstein, no Epstein.
Yes.
It's like
I mean,
bizarre.
he ran on that.
Yeah.
That was part of his platform.
What's
And now
happening
he's
here?
and now Epstein, and we all know Maxwell is a guilty person.
Right.
She's a guilty party.
She's in jail.
She's not a victim. She's not a victim by any means. She helped, at the very least, facilitate the human trafficking of young human,
Isn't that
of young humans.
Like she's in jail
For a
20-year
sentence.
Yeah.
20-year sentence.
Yeah.
And so now there's talk of pardon, and there's also talk of pardoning
and that's the thing.
Diddy. P. Diddy.
No.
He's looking into, and it's like, why would you need to look into that? Why would you need to involve
Because it's
yourself?
a dog whistle, and they're trying to normalize these type of sick relationships.
I don't know.
Right?
Yeah.
Right?
I would think so.
Right?
But
It's weird, man. It's weird. And I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Yeah.
Well, I can share like philosophically.
Yes. Well, because this is a symptom of a human allowance.
It is. It's a human.
What?
And it's been a part of humanity forever. Like if you look back in history, there was like weird sex practices that powerful people had with kids. Like it's not new.
Sure.
You know, and I think on like the kind of sociopath predator side of things, there probably have been times in humanity's past when having someone like that was an advantage to defend you against some other tribe. This might be a stretch.
Wait,
because if your sociopath is better than their sociopath, then I guess your tribe can survive to procreate or whatever.
Something, or like somebody to take charge in a time of conflict or war that doesn't give a shit. It's just going to be like, ah.
I base most of my non-civilized history on Conan the Barbarian.
I don't think Conan would be
this has to do with like when he's the gladiatorial Conan. I don't know, man. And I get that because throughout different periods of time, humanity's faced a rougher road, right? To where we had to be more ruthless. Savage. But I think we've also chosen a lot of times to be savage when we didn't. It's savage, you know what I mean? Cruel, ruthless, etc.
Yeah, tooth and nail.
And I just kind of think that if it's not times of need, that's a harder sell, right?
Yeah.
Because we do live in a time of so much plenty that it gets wasted. I think those desperate, seeing that it's a desperate thing, our kids aren't dying, toiling at the farm. You know what I mean? Somebody's kids are, but not ours, right? Yeah. So we don't have that same impetus to start raising a family at 12 or whatever. You know what I mean? It's like
the Duggars.
You know what I mean? Yeah. It's not. There's not a species necessity for that, and if it's a subset of the society's choice, like the Duggars or whatever, to have 12 kids or whatever, I don't know if we need to legislate against that. But child brides and stuff like that, it's weird, man. And we don't need that. Yeah. We don't need that. People should be allowed to grow into whatever role they want to, and that's kind of the point of making somebody a child anything, is because then they're trapped in that. You know what I mean?
Well, it destroys lives. Like that's a life wrecking thing to put someone through. Then you have more wrecked people in the world, making the world worse.
Wrecked people, I hate to say, affect other people in different ways, whether they procreate and bring some of that onto their kids.
I don't know. Is it so? Are we elevating broken people to make decisions for the rest of us? Is that what that is? Is it? You know what I mean? Are policymakers coming from a place of, at least a non-actualized, at the very least, but are they broken up, shitty people? Because to me, this is close to satanic as you get.
Yeah.
Right. But besides carpet bombing and now starvation as a tactic, stuff like that, that's evil. Yeah. And later on, I wrote down just to talk about cruelty and free will and that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But I think they're all related, right? And so, what is the fact that people can stretch to these cruel things, right? It's the allowance of it that I'm fascinated by.
I think part of it's like the con man thing, right? Like when things are crazy and uncertain, somebody that steps up and says, "I'm powerful. I can figure this out. I can make it better." People are going to gravitate towards that with a little more intensity. And
is that kind of like the only I can fix this kind of a mentality?
Yeah, they like that, how we fall into a strong man.
Yeah.
I guess so. Yeah. Because it's the same theme, whether it's against a separate tribe or against famine or whatever else, right?
Well, I mean, I know some MAGA folk that like I would call a friend, and I think some of them, I don't know how they're reacting to this new news, but like the folks that I knew, they're in a different world than I'm in. Like they genuinely think there's like these criminal drug lord rapist folks coming across the border and destroying lives. Like they genuinely think this is happening, and that we need somebody that's going to address it and stop it. And
that these are emergencies that must be acted on. I think so.
Genuinely believe that. Yeah. I mean, that doesn't excuse why we have somebody like Trump in the presidency, but
geez. Geez, well, in other news, and this is a fascinating story that I have not totally followed up on, but Sydney Sweeney has a new ad campaign for American Eagle jeans or American Eagle clothes. Have you seen this?
No.
Sydney Sweeney, the very talented young actor and model, but during it, they sort of play on the genes and genes thing, the biological genes and then the denim jeans, where Sydney Sweeney's got great genes. And it's like, my blue eyes love these blue jeans or something like that. And a lot of people are sort of up in arms about it, thinking that they're talking about like eugenics and stuff. Because and I'm like, I actually think this is a kind of a MAGA, like, oh, they're being
outrage.
woke. Yeah, it's a pearl clutching kind of a thing, because I've watched the ad. Of course, I'm blue-eyed white guy, not super offended by it. Sydney Sweeney.
Yeah. I mean, imagine if it was Britannia or Seattle Blues.
Yes, why not? Right?
Geez, I don't know that one.
Have you heard anything on this?
No,
I've heard of the thing. I don't know anything besides that. Like, I didn't click through. But it does. What I heard in my little weird alternative worlds is that people think it's like a backlash of woke by putting some blonde chick with giant boobs and jeans on an ad.
Well, I think it's been a timeless tactic. Jane Mansfield doing like, I don't know. And I don't really know Sydney Sweeney. But she's a modern actress. All right.
You would say, oh, that lady.
I think she's from the Disney crop too. Like one of those folks.
No, she did what was it, Euphoria, which is a HBO sort of
about young kids on drugs or something.
Kind of an extreme.
I don't need the stress.
Yeah, exactly. But she's been in a lot of rom-coms and different stuff. I didn't follow.
Maybe she'll want to guest star on a Hank and Marge episode.
I would love it. Love it.
No,
that'd be fantastic.
All right. Well, I just kind of felt like it was more of a non-story than an actual story, and I think it's a way for people to be like, "Oh,
we haven't been outraged in 7 seconds."
Yes, exactly.
Let's get mad about something.
Yeah, let's get mad about it.
There's plenty to be mad about. But,
well, here's good news, Mike. You don't have to be mad about this. Back in 2023, Keanu Reeves' house was broken into in L.A., and the thieves made away with like $9,000 in watches, or $125,000 in watches, including like a $9,000 Rolex.
Yeah.
He's a watch collector.
He got his watches back just recently. They were found in Chile.
One
Santiago.
guy had all of the.
He had them all. They did a series of raids. The law enforcement down there did, and found these watches, and they sent him pictures and serial numbers and stuff confirmed they were his. So he's getting his watches back after a couple of years.
Yeah.
Good karma. It's good
karma. Well, it couldn't happen to
Frampton's guitar. Jeez, I don't know, man. Yeah.
So that's good news.
There is a new John Wick movie out that I'm excited to see called
Ballerina.
Yeah, so I guess it's not about him.
Anna De Armas.
I'm very excited.
Yes, I'm very excited when I see
I haven't
Anna
seen
De Armas
4.
as well.
I still need to see 4.
4 was good.
Nice.
It was very good.
That's a whole, like, they've got other movies, right? Hotel Artemis or something.
Oh, there is a kind of a franchise thing.
There's a little franchise.
I mean, there's
like
the 4,
6 or
the
8
main
movies.
ones.
Yeah.
I haven't seen anything else. But that actor that plays the manager of the hotel,
yes,
love that guy.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I was talking to Mike about Deadwood
the
other day, and he turned it off because that guy was
he's just going for it. But he's in American Gods. He's in all sorts of cool stuff.
Yeah, American Gods are super good. Yeah, I like that guy.
Yeah. What's his name? Why can't I think of his name?
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah, that guy.
Very iconic face, though. You see it.
And gravelly voice. He's
yeah. Geez, and we talked about this last week with Ozzy passing away. Fantastic. Tens of thousands of people showed up on the streets of Birmingham in England to send him off. Streets were packed. People were coming out, paying tribute to the Ozman, which was great to see. And his family came out and, laid a wreath or some flowers, stuff like that, Sharon and all that. And she gave a you know,
That's where
two-finger.
he will be buried in Birmingham.
I would think so. I mean, that's where he's from. So who knows? Yeah. All his kids were there. So rest in peace, Ozzy.
Indeed.
Jeez. Well, at this point of the show, I would welcome Kyle McCurdy. Do we have, there he is. Hey. Kyle, the last time you were on the show.
Yeah, it was just post-COVID, I think.
Was it post-COVID? Was it that long ago? Was it a couple years ago?
It feels like it. Yeah.
So.
It's just post-COVID.
Episode 10 or something.
Oh, man.
You guys are like 150 now? Or
no, we're
33?
Okay.
This is 133.
No way.
Yeah, at some point. But we went through sort of a list of calamities in the world and stuff like that. And you kind of convinced us that, all is not as bad as it feels or as bad as it seems. Yeah. Do you sort of still have that opinion?
I do, and I don't.
Okay.
I do and I don't. I think in general, it depends how far you zoom out. Like if you zoom out pretty far time-wise, we're in an amazing time.
Yes.
If you zoom out globally, the world's doing really, really good.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so it depends like how close you're zooming in and where you're coming
how macro
from.
You get.
I am a little worried about like just kind of the Western hegemony track and like what that is.
Yeah, kind of the rise of strongmen and
yeah. But I think too, like we're in a bit of a bubble, and the world's actually doing really good. Like India's rising, China's rising, South America's doing better. Yeah. Europe's not doing great. America's not doing great, but like most of the world is. Australia's thriving. So I think I'm still an optimist. The world is still in a good spot. I mean, I forget the exact numbers, but if you look at how many people have been pulled out of abject poverty in the last 50 years, it's stunning.
It's stunning.
Yeah.
Yeah. And nutrition, et cetera, even though just in the last 6 months, right? Our soft power has been given up, right? But more than likely, I think China's going to fill that. You know what I mean? So,
but you could, like, I could sit here and say, and make it an argument that I could defend that we live in the freest time, the time when women have had the most rights that they ever had, and the most education, when gay people have the most rights that they've ever had.
Of course.
I mean, anywhere.
Yeah.
I mean, America in particular. Yeah. When the abundance has been like so good that like people are not starving, they're overweight. Like diabetes is a bigger problem than starvation. And
it's an interesting dichotomy there, right? Diabetes is a bigger problem than starvation.
Yeah.
I would say in the West or whatever. There's still starvation.
Yeah. But I mean, I think people are freer and have more rights now than
I think statistically, I don't think it's undeniable.
Yeah.
But in most of my life, it's been either sets of ecological catastrophes and or, climate catastrophe coming, but which is kind of one of the same. That's oceans, that's atmospheric, that's the temporal forest that we were just talking about, Siberia and such, right? It's like all those are going to be, let alone permafrost, and just recent because of the influence on the extractionists in the right wing who are diminishing the voice of masses and progress, etc. Right? Because the extractionists rule Russian oligarchy, right? And the American oligarchy, right? So it's like those are the two major consumers of that type of extracted.
Well, you have the Middle East oligarchies too. Like they're not,
but they're actually moving closer into like a solar.
Well, and here's a funny thing
for them.
Funny thing, and I think I might have shared this last time I was here. And fact check me on the internet, please. But the world is actually year over year been getting greener for about the past 5 years.
You brought that up.
As far as energy,
as far as
it's the actual cover,
more wild like land letting get turned green instead of because we've increased the like efficiency of calories per acre.
Yes,
we're better at farming.
Minus the cattlemen and such, but but that's also true. But I think we're also a lot more fires are happening at the same time, right?
Yes,
and And the atmosphere is changing radically, very quickly. You know what I mean?
The oceans are not being
And the oceans
treated
too.
well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say that green is probably not, 200-year-old trees.
No.
It's,
No, there's like 8 of those left, bro. It's like you can name them.
This one's Bob.
Well, and it's happening in like the northern kind of boreal forests more than anything. The rainforest in Brazil is not getting bigger.
No.
Like that. Yeah.
Is that still a major, and I don't know because I haven't followed it, but is that still a major concern? Because they were cutting down.
Oh, yeah, the size of Delaware or something.
Every day or
something incredible.
Yeah.
Or just a shocking amount.
Yeah.
But I mean, in its defense, it'll bounce back fast if we leave it alone.
Yeah.
Right. That's the cool thing about rainforests. It's like,
have you guys been seeing, this is my conspiracy side a little bit, but like the LiDAR stuff they've been doing in the Amazon?
and finding a bunch of cool old structures.
Finding
like
crazy giant cities that probably housed millions of people and all these crazy old things. Like that was at some point, probably right when the Spanish arrived, that was like a thriving urban metropolis.
For some time. Yeah. Because it takes a lot of stability for something like that to grow.
Yeah.
It really does.
Yeah. That is mind blowing.
Yeah. Is that mostly in Brazil or?
Yeah, Brazil, Peru, that whole kind of primarily in Brazil. Like it's a weird topography because like you have the Peruvian mountains over on the Pacific, and then it's just like flat.
Yeah,
all the way to the Atlantic, and they're finding like giant roads and structures. Wow. Like there was and there's even Spanish accounts of some like lost explorers that floated down the Amazon. That were like, no, there's cities, there's whole cultures here, there's tons of people, and then disease, and then jungle goes quick.
Yeah, quick.
Takes it all back.
Yeah. Oh man,
it's kind of wild.
Yeah. I was doing a little research because the wife brought up Jim Jones, and I know a guy that was down there clearing the land for Jonestown and stuff like that. But I'm looking at the pictures now. Right, somebody was down there like 10 years ago and took a bunch of pictures. And it's like very hard to find the structures and stuff because that was gone, Guyana, right? And just like the jungles, we're taking it back. Yeah.
What would happen to the blackberries if you just let them go?
The North American continent, it's going to be one giant blackberry bush.
But blackberry jam's good.
Oh man.
Yeah.
It's funny until you have the rise of the super goat.
Taking them down.
Yeah, goats with thumbs.
So is the ecology aspect of it, is that or is it the strongman? What's the worst fear that you have in your mind
right now? What I'm worried about is the dollar and like the financial kind of side of the Western rule of order. Like it seems like America was kind of in charge and policed the oceans and kind of kept this system globally in check and provided the security apparatus to support it. And now we're like burning it down, like putting tariffs on everyone.
Yeah.
Like
blowing up alliances,
threatening Canada, doing these weird things.
Yeah.
And the dollar value, like the dollar relative to other currencies is just going down and down and down.
Yeah.
And so I worry about like what that transition will look like and how, but who knows? I've been buying a little silver.
Yeah, not a bad move.
Yeah, not a bad move at all.
And just so wasteful and dumb. It's like, and that's the trouble with letting the uber wealthy make policy for the rest of it. It's like they don't have the same concerns as us, right? It's like
you guys may know this. I was doing a little digging on this. The income gap between like the rich and the poor has been expanding and expanding and expanding. It's greater now than it was in the Gilded Age of the 1920s.
Oh, good.
There's a bigger spread.
Yeah,
by far, right?
I think by like a significant.
Yeah, we have I think 900 billionaires or something.
Yeah, 900. And isn't there more Carnegies and Rockefellers now than there was? Isn't it today's billionaires? Isn't there more of them?
I don't
than there were in the
could
like
be
per capita maybe.
I would think so, but I know like the gap of
is
like the poorest communities versus the richest communities is like the biggest it's ever been. And I mean, like even that the story you shared about the guy that went into New York.
Yes.
Then there was that healthcare CEO who got killed. Like it seems like that's not going to slow down.
I wouldn't think so. And I think, now with the feds disappointing, they're hard right.
Yeah.
You know
By
what I
not
mean?
lowering the
Those
rates.
are dangerous people to upset, right?
Well, and you have have you seen the ads where they're kind of the Dems, the left is putting up these ads saying, like a picture of Elon Musk saying, "This is the immigrant that stole your job."
Yeah.
So those two populist wings are going to come together at some point.
Jeez.
And who are they going to be angry at? I don't know.
Yeah.
Mike.
Yeah, we'll see. Yeah. Well, yeah. And that's the thing is that the anger is, populations get mad, right? So that's why we have sports and a bunch of other stuff to kind of channel that. I'm not kidding, right? That we have to have a channel for it.
Yeah.
Because it used to just be you would sick them on the Jews, right? It's a tale as old as time. Or somebody, right? Either immigrants or somebody talk differently or some fucking thing, right?
Whatever.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
It's like that's the classic move. Yeah, man. Yeah, we'll see. This just isn't sustainable, right? And I think we really need to. The older I get, the more I think we need to. I don't know about the seventh generation kind of thing, but we need to think of posterity, right? What are we doing for the future of humanity? Right? What are the steps we can take to try to guarantee a better future for humanity? Right? And I don't think that's being looked at at all. And not just because of the profit motive, but that does skew our motivations, right?
Yeah.
I did like how Pete Buttigieg came out a couple of days ago and was talking about how the left or the Democrats or, whatever you want to call them, the liberals are mad about like Trump coming in and blowing up these institutions and stuff. And, saying that we can't just go back and tape it all back together, like the Department of Education. We can't just go back and say, okay, get Trump out of office, take control of the House and the Senate, and then come in and duct tape everything back together the way it was. You have to actually look at those institutions and say, okay, where does it work? Where does it not work?
What does the new system need to look like for progress?
Because I'm always in favor of auditing, right?
Oh,
No institution should just get. And I know that our legislatures are supposed to, do the right thing for the good of everybody and vote a budget. And then we put people in place, either political appointees or career people, and to run these organizations and expect them to do the right thing.
And I would say the vast majority of the time they do.
I would think so.
And there have been, things, bumper cars put into place, right? And we know how to do this, right? It just takes a lot of wrangling to get the greediest of us who are policymakers willing to say, okay, people deserve
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just because you're lucky enough to be a citizen doesn't just mean you get to have a gun.
Yeah.
Right. You know what I mean? It's like life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. All these kinds of things imply us working together for our common wealth.
Yeah.
Right. I don't know.
Well, I'd say there's like hope too. I mean, in the younger generations, people coming up, like I think there's a really kind of beautiful equality and not equality, but like the young folks that I've met are very much like internet generation people that don't give a crap about like skin color or orientation. Like they're very kind of open to building this new thing. And the kind of corruption of the rich and the corruption of money in politics is so obvious that I have faith that as the boomers die out, the folks that come in will hopefully be able to shake that up.
I also enjoy the fact that a lot of those kids, the millennials or the whatever you call them, don't really give a shit about some of our institutions, right? Not institutions, but some of our norms and our, the way we do things, like antiquing and keeping shit from your parents because your grandma owned it and her grandma owned it and all that stuff. Fuck, I don't care about this thing, and then, like cereal. We don't eat the sugary cereal. So that Kellogg's might have to reinvent themselves into something else because they are drinking, sodas and stuff like that, The way they're coming up, it's like I do a lot of things that my parents did because that's the way I thought. And then the way their parents did it. right?
Sure.
You know, you buy
Boil chicken. boil everything.
Boiled chicken.
Who's boiling chicken? Jeez, you better be making soup.
What's going on with Jeff? Hi, Jeff.
Hey, Jeff.
What's going on,
You
kid?
back there?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm back
He's
there.
behind the scenes,
Yeah,
just flicking fingers and
No,
doing all
I think
kinds of
he's-
stuff.
I figured I'd just kind of be a little bit quiet today.
No, don't be quiet. We need you.
You need me? Okay.
We need you, man.
Wow.
I just was enjoying watching and playing with my toys back here.
Nice.
Oh.
Yeah, well.
Well, I was just checking in.
Some cool toys.
I appreciate that, Phil.
Jeff, do you got any questions for our in-house philosopher? Any big questions that have been nagging you for a while?
Yeah, Kyle. I'm going through this period in my life where I'm getting laid a lot.
All right.
I'm fucking my brains out. And it's something that I've never done before. I've never just had somebody just blow my mind.
You on the apps?
No, I've never been on the apps.
All right.
No, I've never been on the apps. Get my mic up there.
Oh, there you are.
Hey.
There you are. That's
Yeah.
that's velvet fog there.
There we go. Hello, everyone.
Yeah.
Anyway, so there's a point of like a transition from what I used to be involved with a person to what I am now, and it's I didn't know that was a possibility, and it's like I'm going through this imposter syndrome. Maybe it feels like maybe I'm like. This is a dream or something like that. I'm not kidding, man. It's sick. It's just.
I'm not hearing a problem yet.
I know.
Yeah.
I was waiting for Jeff to be like, "Yeah, I'm really worried about."
Yeah. I lost 12 pounds.
There is no problem.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, philosophically, what do you think about that?
Yeah.
No problem at all.
Yeah,
Good.
it is.
Okay, great.
You're perfect. Like you're doing what your body is meant to do.
Yeah.
What you were wired for.
Anyway, why do we doubt ourselves, though? You know what I mean? And wonder why we deserve these things, right? When good circumstances come along, is that part of our human makeup, do you think? Or is that something that gets pushed into us as, youth or
Nature.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
Well, I think some people are, and maybe you are one of these, Jeff, anxious overachievers. Like the reason somebody's really successful and is able to thrive and grow really effectively in life is because they're very self-critical and always push themselves super hard. And so when the success lands, it's like, no, more.
Yeah.
Or something, I don't know. I don't know if that resonates at all.
Well, it does. Yeah. I mean, it's just, the story goes though too, that it was like, you asked me if I was on the apps.
Yes.
Not on any of the apps.
Right.
I got divorced, or I'm getting divorced. And so I've just never hooked up with anybody. So this just fell into my lap. This was just somebody that walked into my life, and it wasn't planned. And I think I manifested it actually. I said, if I'm gonna be involved with somebody, and I didn't want to be involved in post separation. I didn't want to be involved with anybody. I just went through 30 years of maybe some reactive abuse and some other challenging things.
Yeah.
And so that hurt me a lot emotionally. And so I'm working through all that. And then all of a sudden, Janelle walked into my life. Hey, Janelle, what's up? And we're just having a great time.
Nice.
We're laughing and crying and trying things. And it's just wonderful.
Awesome.
So I'm very happy. I'm just very happy right now.
That is awesome to hear. I mean, I can relate with you actually, because I had a sort of similar vibe. I was in a relationship. I had a wife, and it ended because it ended. But in that boomerang, that was like 6 years ago. That's what kind of set me on the trajectory to my life now, and I absolutely love everything I'm doing. And I think if you love your life, nothing could have been any different. Like you had to go through those.
You had to go to that place.
You had to learn those lessons. You had to stub your toe on those rocks. Like you had to go through that path.
Sure. It makes me appreciate it a whole lot more.
Oh yeah.
I really am just like leaning into it, like missing my children. Like I cry every day, and I lose my mind sometimes if I just go down that rabbit hole. It's terrible, but. This thing, I lean into this, and it's kind of the same thing in that I know that it's the right thing. I know it's like crying about something is what I'm saying. It's like I'm going through emotions that I've not had before, which are pretty rad, and I'm enjoying it. So you're right. There's no issue.
Yeah.
You're right. There's no issue.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, there's people that don't miss their kids. So
Oh my God.
kudos to you.
I'm a fucking mess right now. Yeah. It's terrible.
Wow.
So.
Well, yeah, those transitions are tough, but I think often they're where we grow the most from. Like I remember when I was going through mine, I was like, this moment is going to define the next chapter of my life, and I get to decide what it means.
Right.
Like I have agency on that. And so, you could dive into a bottle, or you could go live your best life and just lean into it and have a lot of fun.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm doing. I'm making my.
Can I lean into the bottle?
I'm glad I didn't do that. I don't drink.
No,
I haven't drank in about a year and a couple months, which has been great.
Yeah, it helps a person stay present. Yeah,
Totally.
yeah. From what I hear.
So yeah, that's the question I had for you. And I love listening to you guys talk about the state of the world. And the thing that needs to be discussed more is the fact that there really are so many more wonderful things going on than there ever has been.
Yeah.
Where it's a plethora. It's just we're being overwhelmed by it almost.
Yeah, I would say, the freedom of expression, right? It's like everybody can jump. I mean, billions of people can instantly express themselves to billions of people, right? That's never been a thing.
Oh, it's outrageous.
Never. Yeah.
Wasn't even.
No.
Even the wealth gap you're talking about, like similar, expanding.
Yeah.
We're still better than all of the feudal lords of the past.
Yeah. We're overworked, but our health is much better. They were dying by 30. Yeah. Right. The old crone was like 29 and a half. You know what I mean?
That's why Red Fox looked like he did. 40 years old and looks like he's 80.
Oh, man. Yeah. But agreed. Yeah. Nutrition and stuff like that. Without a doubt. Then that's the trickle down, right? That's happened, right?
Well, we've been trained. It's a trained thing. We've been over decades of the Gilded Age of movies and things like that. All of our magazines, all work 5 days a week, have 2 days off. It's going to be a great life. And now we're getting sold the same sort of lie, I think.
But without the upward mobility.
Yeah. Well, like with cryptocurrency, right? It's going to be a lot easier to use. Well, fuck you. It's not going to be a lot easier to use. You're going to have a lot more control over me. I like having my cash so that I can have my cash. What I choose to do with it is what I choose to do with it.
Yeah.
So I'm really kind of worried about this whole crypto.
Yeah, no, and it's just way too open to abuse. Way too easy to abuse. And the most of the characters using, heavy crypto and such are not good people.
No.
Right. It's like,
well, and they've written the script, right? They have the algorithm.
I know.
Now.
It's so weird.
They know human nature, and they just say, type a little line of code and say, sick them, go after these people and make them distracted from everything. So have them point out Epstein, have them point out all these other things.
Hit them with aliens every now and then.
Yeah. But is there a way that we can, as humanity worldwide, sort of balance the two things, right? We can find the good and the happiness and know the stuff that you're talking about, Kyle, better nutrition, better work-life balance, stuff like that, but also find the outrage to change the things that we absolutely need to change trajectories on, because that's a hard dichotomy or a hard balance right there, right? Because on the one hand, I want to look at all that cool shit that's happening and feel good about some of the directions we're going. But on the other hand, I need energy and we've talked about this on the show quite a bit, Jeff. What do we do? What are the steps? What are the steps? Where do we stick our energy to make that difference? Right.
Yeah. And you pick up, I'm not to interrupt Kyle, but you gave me a really good kind of a wake up call that, Jeff, just keep picking up trash. So I am. I'm just picking up a piece of trash, one thing at a time.
Yeah.
If someone sees me doing it, fantastic. Hopefully they'll do it too, and it'll spread.
One paper cup at a time.
It's the butterfly effect. when we stop thinking about all the negative things that are just bombarding us, right?
Yeah.
Right. Like talking about this today was great. It's refreshing. We're doing better than we ever have.
Yeah.
People should hear that
Yeah.
because their thoughts become kind of reality in their world. And then they take steps. Whatever dominates in the head, it becomes their reality.
But that's what I'm saying. There's this weird balance, right? Because you want to have that, right? Where you're not just inundated with mass negativity that just wipes you out. You want to be able to find the happy stuff, but you can't be always happy because there needs to be some outrage to want to push for that change.
Yeah.
So where do we find that friggin' middle of the road?
You answer that, Kyle.
All right, I got
Ready,
you.
go.
Okay, here's the answer. Chop wood, carry water.
Yeah, no shit, right? Chop wood, carry water. All right, everybody down to the Cedar River right away. Let's go.
Yeah, and,
I got everything.
find where you have agency, right? Like you were saying, it's like find what you can do, and when you can, do it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Whatever that might be. It's
And
like,
don't compromise like your values. Like call out bullshit as you see it.
sure.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of young people, especially people that I know, kids that I know, voting age kids, really gave up in November, by November last year, and said, "Fuck, it doesn't matter. I mean, we don't like either candidate. We know this one's a shithill that's going to lead us down this way, but this one's just blatantly lying to us about certain things. So it's like, what the fuck do we, fuck it."
Yeah, bummer.
Burn it down.
Burn it down.
Burn it down.
It was
But
the attitude.
for me, burn it down is always too high a cost.
Yeah.
Right. I would say always, but nigh always.
It has
Right,
its moments.
I mean, I think too, like what you guys are even doing and you being involved, like the state and local stuff actually does have a big impact.
I mean, all politics is local. It really is, right? Because that's where the rubber meets the road,
Yeah,
right?
you live in this region. We all live in this region. I live in this region. So the people that are in charge of this region are going to affect our lives way more than the federal government will.
Or we are going to affect them more than we're going to affect the federal government.
Yeah.
Right? It's like, because we've had council people on, we've had the mayor on. It's like, and I'm sure they've, been absolutely intrigued by our ideas. But you know what I mean? It's like, because that kind of breaks down those barriers in between, right? It's like,
I think when the mayor was on and I was like, well, what if we did this? He's like, yeah, but you need this to do that. And how do you get this? I'm like, well, I don't know.
Yeah.
Make it happen.
Just make it happen. Tell me what I want to hear.
Like I had this great freaking idea about having like foot patrols, cops in downtown Renton, just walking up and down and just all day and all night. It's like, that's great. We have 17 open positions.
Yeah. Where are the officers? Yeah.
Where do we
Where's
get
the funding
officers?
for it? Where's the, well, then my answer, mimes. Foot patrol mimes.
Lock them in a box. I can't mime.
Oh, yeah. I mean, they're more expensive than police, probably. They're really Marcel college grad. They're like signing bonus. Mime ice.
I love it. We should write a city proposal for that.
The ice jokes are tough.
There was a time when there was a couple of cops, and maybe it was just after you talked to the mayor, but I was walking around in downtown Renton. It was a Saturday, I think, and there was a ton of people walking around down there, and there was a couple of cops walking around on the street.
Yeah.
And I think it was because you said something.
It was.
Yeah,
It was
absolutely.
absolutely
Our
right.
podcast. Telling it.
Good job, Chad.
Yeah, we need to have the mayor on again.
Sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
He's a hoot.
That's him. He's a hoot. Yeah. He's a real person.
Yeah.
How long's he been mayor? I don't even know.
Jeez, he's in his second term.
Yeah. He started right at COVID.
Yeah.
Jeez,
Yeah.
that's rough.
He was city council
Oh,
before
man.
that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Of course, a long time.
Hey, he's been around. Yeah.
Nice.
He's also been he's a local businessman. He
Yeah.
had Armando's on Third, right across the street where the meat pie place is.
Yeah.
And then he owns the Melrose as well. And so,
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's been an entrepreneur and an advocate for the downtown for decades.
Very
So
nice.
he's a good guy.
Very, very nice.
Yep.
Yeah, it is a paradox though. It's hard when there's so much plenty and so much craziness, and everything seems to be speeding up, which feels weird.
Yeah.
It's hard to keep a hold on it.
One more thing.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what I'm worried about, and I think I'm anxious about.
Yeah.
Is the algorithms that are in our phones that get us to swipe down and swipe right or left in dating apps or whatever.
Yeah.
AI is going to have just this massive impact on our society. People are going to be losing jobs, supposedly. Lawyers are going to go away. Accountants are going to go away. So there's this white collar kind of thing that's going to happen.
Yep.
And then the blue collar thing is going to start happening once the robots are able to do more and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
I'm not worried for myself. I mean, I'm going to have my own Rosie from the Jetsons, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to have my Wally chair.
Plumber robot.
I'm going to have my Wally chair.
Yeah.
Sitting there with my big gulp, watching a screen, just carting me around.
Oh, yeah.
I'm halfway there already.
Blue
Can
is
it be
the
a
new
Frosty?
orange.
Blue is the new
So what do you
orange.
think then about the whole idea of the disruptive nature of AI? Everything's great now, comparatively. But what do you think is going to be the impact of AI on society?
I mean, I'm in it because I work for a not to be named giant e-commerce company in the area. And they told us that this year's performance reviews, there'll be an AI component where you need to be using AI as part of your job and tell them how you're doing it, or you'll get like points taken away, basically.
What?
And I've been using AI in my job.
Do they have an in-house AI?
Yeah, there's a couple like little personalities that are like internal only to the company. But I'll use it quite a bit. Like I will take like a giant 20 megabyte Excel spreadsheet of sales data and throw it into an AI and say, tell me the trends, organize this in a way that I could present it to senior leadership, and it does my job for me. Right?
Wow.
Throw some data in and
How
say, hey,
accurately?
pretty damn accurate. And it finds things that I would never find. Like it's super useful. And there's a guy that sits next to me that does a lot of, I guess, vibe coding, you could say. Like he figured out how to have the AI teach him how to write SQL language to query the database.
Yes. Beep. Yeah.
But so it's being used.
Brazil.
Yeah. I mean, I think like we're probably a little more leaned in than other folks, but it's happening.
Yeah.
As far as like what it's going to do, I think like the human agent will always need to be a part, and they're very well. I mean, it feels weird to compare it to like when cars replace horses or, ATMs replace bank tellers. Like there's still jobs. And I think there'll be new fields that pop up that we don't even have a clue about right now.
Right.
But
I think it's a good analogy. You got the auto industry, you've got parts makers and that sort of thing. You used to have like someone changing the shoes on the horse, and picking up shit and building the carts to go behind them and so on and so forth.
Yeah.
But the pace at which things are going to change is going to be astronomical. It's exponential. It's a hockey stick thing, right?
Yeah.
Well, somebody's got to shovel the coal into the power plant.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Keep the server farm going. And that means, that it's not outside corruptible. And not say that those in charge of the AI could have their own bend on it, of course. It doesn't have to be an honest broker necessarily. But what about, some type of outside influence, right?
Well, it's crazy to me that
tell kids to put the wrong shoes on their feet could fuck up our whole society.
There's several different AI engines that are competing and not competing with each other too, right? And they're
Are you talking about like Grok and
ChatGTP versus
Grok.
what?
Grok is the most powerful right now.
Is it really? That's the Tesla
Musk
one or the Elon Musk.
Yeah,
one.
that they monkeyed with, and then it turned into an anti-Semite.
Yeah.
It's like we need you to be way more racist.
Do you guys realize you're all laughing about that?
But that's the kind of what if just an outside influence that we know who did that? You know what I mean? Or at least at whose behest.
Stop being so woke.
It was to appease Stephen Miller because Elon took his wife, right?
Oh my God! Yeah,
it's like, well, okay, we'll make Gronk racist.
Stephen dimple piss.
But it's a genuine it's something that I do think about. Like, I mean, I have a 14-year-old daughter. You have a teenage daughter. I don't know how old your kids are, but like
they're older.
Okay, but like
17 to 26.
Okay, but in this thing of like, what if like my daughter's like, Dad, what should I go to college and study? I'm like,
electrician.
AI.
Be an electrician.
Be a plumber or study AI.
No doubt.
Yeah, it's tough. I don't know what the answer is.
I'm not afraid of it because I need to stay focused and not be afraid of things because fear is how they control us.
Yeah.
So I need to understand it and move along with it. But they're the ones that are creating the algorithm. They're the ones that sit in a room and who are they? Who are they? Kyle, who are they?
Yeah.
Sam Altman.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
They are Sam Altman.
And they are controlled by other people that control the mechanism that controls the world. And so what we get fed and how we get controlled, we're getting into these cattle. We're like cattle being just pushed into these fences. Yeah,
I know. We've being
never been
openly manipulated, and it's a tough time, especially for youth, because I think they're not seeing a good future ahead of them. Right? For the first time, they can't even really kid themselves into thinking that they're going to have a better economic future, at least, than their parents, right?
Unless AI goes all the way and like automates all the jobs and we live in an age of abundance.
That'd be great. But I see the people making the trajectory for it right now, and they don't wish that upon us. Quite the opposite, right? They want to commodify us as much as possible, right? That's been the evidence so far. Whether or not that changes, it sure could. It sure could. And I'd like to think that we're on a overall arcing towards that type of justice, right?
What about the thought of the fact that I grew up with parents that thought one way, right? That their grandmother did this and that, and now I'm going to pass that on to the next generation. What is the amount of passing on that can happen anymore? Meaning,
is it all going to get lost?
When you say something to a kid nowadays as a parent, they're just like, fuck you. No, I don't have to do this, right? I don't have to go to work. I can sit behind a computer and play games all day and make it all day or whatever, right? Whatever that storyline is, it's completely been upended. The rug's been pulled out from underneath me. Mm-hmm. So how is it that we're going to be able to transition or tell the story of life? Like there was Native Americans that passed on, things to their children.
What are the traditions?
What are the traditions? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, well, that's what I was saying about the younger generation just not giving a shit about our traditions. I mean,
but then they need to fill that gap with something because we are the storytellers, right? Yeah.
And there's the story.
Yeah, I mean,
the story, Mike, is controlled by AI. So history books are being pulled off of the shelves and replaced with whatever the algorithm says it's going to say.
Man, that ain't good.
History's being rewritten.
Yeah. And we did decide just to put a bunch of stuff online to get rid of hard copy. It's like War and Peace is now, War and Peas. It's a dude who started on Broadway.
Maybe we should just start etching into stone.
Yeah. Bring back the scribe.
That's your job.
The scribe union.
That's your jobs for the young.
Uniforms.
Yeah. There was an ad I saw or a cartoon that really landed well with me. It was like this arc of like humans worship the sun, humans create technology, humans create AI enslaves humans, sun destroys AI with an EMP.
Yeah, nice.
Humans worship the sun.
Nice. Well, we might want to get to that sooner than later.
Coronal mass ejection.
Does that have something to tie into the Brazilian rainforest, or what were you saying, where there's all these ruins and ancient artifacts and everything?
Well, I think that one, if the history we're being taught is real, was more the conquistadors coming over, kind of rolling through the area in their first few
and giving them all smallpox.
And they all got disease and got wiped out, and then the rainforest just ate their cities.
Why haven't we seen that? Why are we just discovering that? Just because of radar or LiDAR?
LiDAR, because it's just been covered out.
And Graham Hancock's being suppressed.
Oh,
totally.
Nice. Yeah, Graham Hancock, he's got his own series and shit. Yeah, the kid's everywhere.
Ancient Alien or whatever that. Yeah, he got removed from a TED Talk. I remember that was the first thing I got involved with is his removal of that.
Yeah.
Geez, guys, I often think and sort of daydream of the Talking Heads song, "Nothing But Flowers," and it's like
pushing up daisies.
This was a
used to be parking lot.
7-Eleven.
Now it's a parking lot. This used to be a field of flowers. And
No, it's the reverse.
Oh, right. There's a reverse.
It's the reverse of that. Yeah.
Oh, because it's on the downward
Yes,
side.
on the backside. Yeah.
And that is a great truth. I just happen to be a Homo sapien, so I kind of want to, bank on us, But overall, no, I'm Earth first. Make no mistake, right? Because the planet's not a dick. It's not easy. Right, on a lot of organisms.
Dude, we're hustling through the universe.
I know, on an iron ball. No, we're so fortunate. I mean, just the fact that all of it is bonkers. Oh, what did I hear the other day that was cool? That if I ran past, so the light coming from the Andromeda Galaxy, right? Okay. And I run past Kyle, because of my momentum changing how time dilates or not, the information I get is 2 days earlier than what Kyle gets.
2 days?
2 days.
Mike,
yeah.
Fuck you.
It's bonkers, dude.
That's
bonkers.
Physics stuff that Mike just dives into that I'm like,
I fucking love it. And the other one I heard was that for quantum computing, because it really is creating like this bit, right? This quantum qubit.
Yeah, qubit.
That you can't, like with digital stuff, you have zeros and ones, you can make a gazillion clones of each thing.
Yeah.
Right. And they are exactly the same as the next. With a quantum, once it has been decided what that is, you can't make another. It is a singularity. What the fuck? That's totally cool. So it's a one-off, Yeah. I thought that was neat.
Well, that's another funny philosophical theory that I don't know if you guys have dove into it at all in the show, but the simulation theory. There's a lot of people that are fully convinced we live in a simulation,
or at least a hologram.
Who's the guy that talks about like lines of code that you can see when you're on like ayahuasca in the wall or something?
I've heard about that. I don't know the name, but
yeah. There's a guy that actually had who's the guy that's got the space show right now? He's out.
Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Love him.
Neil deGrasse Tyson's talking on a stage with all these physicists, and the physicists. This one guy says, basically, when you go down to the lowest, smallest piece, it looks like lines of code like the Matrix, the ones and zeros type of thing. And I'm like, okay, sure.
Simulation.
Yeah. It's the beginning. It's that end scene in Ben in Black where it goes, and we're just a couple of Martians playing marbles.
Yeah. Important years of who or whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
Nice.
I wouldn't doubt it, Kyle. I wouldn't doubt it.
Yeah. I mean, I did the holographic universe thing is cool. I don't know. It's really neat. And it's one of those things you can't really disprove. You know what I mean? So there might be momentum behind it, but it's like we don't have big enough science to.
No, Rene Descartes did. He's the first one that kind of made it famous in Western philosophy. Like, how do I know I'm not a brain in a vat? Or how do I know I'm not being like tormented by some evil demon that's showing me fake worlds?
Yeah.
Right.
And he came down to that whole, like, I think, therefore I am. That's like the foundation that he landed on was I exist.
That's a profound.
And
therefore I am.
I
am is like that most powerful word.
Yeah.
Yes. It is.
Really
That's
is.
the initial spell, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah, it is.
It's what it all
Which
started with.
was going to bring me to the whole free will thing.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And is that because I'm thinking about the ChatGPT and like the lack of storytelling between, now and posterity, right? The fall of democracy. How important is democracy in Homo sapiens survivability, and how important is free will in this day and age with ChatGPT, et cetera, and rising authoritarianism? How important is free will in Homo sapiens survivability?
Yeah. Well, we've also thrived under monarchy.
Well, what do you mean by thrive?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess Tonga, the kingdom of Tonga. Them kids are rocking.
Extra bread.
Yeah, what's the word?
Yes.
Buddha.
Dear leader.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, but free will is interesting. I mean, a lot of really smart people think it doesn't exist, and we all just.
I know the physicists are like, nope.
Yeah.
It was all from the bang or whatever. All of this is in motion.
Yeah.
Right. But not necessarily.
But what happened before the Big Bang?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, something happened.
Cats. Just cats all the way down, bro.
Cat batting that marble.
Cats. But agency is important. I mean, even like just getting into more pragmatic, like if you don't feel like you have much control in your life, and a lot of people feel that way, like that is bad for society.
That is bad for society because it's bad for that individual. It's terrible because we at least have to, and I do, give myself the respect of agency in whatever that is, right?
You've learned that though, as far as through space and time, and develop that. You weren't born with that. You're born,
no, and it's taken whatever steps it took to get there,
exactly.
Right? But
And my curiosity is that we're a brain. Consciousness is a thing. We're conscious. When we're sleeping, we're unconscious. And during our conscious waking hours, what is it that's sensing all of these things? I'm just a machine with a brain, and I'm getting information like an antenna in through your eyes, through the sun, and through the nature and all that sort of thing. So, what's your take on that? As far as like, you're a microorganism right there. Yeah. I'm a microorganism. What is the amount of will that we have for controlling this?
It's like
what's controlling the brain that's moving the fingers?
Yeah. I mean, the best thing that at least resonates the most with me, and I mean, these aren't answered questions, but
no, I know.
Like I think of us as like a rider on an elephant. Like you got the reins, you can kind of steer it, but if that elephant decides to do something, you can't stop it. You're going along for the ride, and you can get really good at training your elephant and take more
become
control.
Hannibal or something.
But every once in a while, there's going to be a tiger or something.
Yeah. Well, and I think too, like I at least personally believe that there's the observer, kind of the Buddhist thing, like it's not just flesh and blood and desires to eat and to have sex and avoid pain. Like I think there's something steering the ship, but that's just more my opinion.
Yeah, what's steering the ship?
I would say either we're an antenna to some field of consciousness, or we have souls.
Okay.
Yeah. And those two might not be exclusive of each other. Yeah. Souls, you mean that? Here? Oh, go ahead.
No, I'm sorry. We asked to come down here, like we got in line, like we have to pass certain tests or something like that before we get to go to the next level. Right?
I mean, my closest experience was I had the wonderful opportunity to try a 3-letter powerful substance in a very ceremonial setting.
You don't have to hide it.
CBS.
ABC.
And it felt a lot like going to source. Like I felt like I kind of went into this big pocket of light and was born a whole bunch of times. And that had a profound impact on me and kind of how I think of things. I've heard other folks have like their own version of that.
How old were you at that point?
It was like
2 weeks ago.
Last
night. In fact, after the show.
But that had an effect. And I mean, I've always had the kind of dualist approach in the philosophy that I've studied. A lot of people are very much like we're a meat creature and have all these different desires that compete, and the emergent phenomenon of conscious comes out of all of that. Like when you die, it just turns black kind of philosophy of things. There's more mystery to me, I think. I don't know. So
is your meaning of life just live?
It's live and try and do and be good. Like I think.
Oh, so there is a moral aspect to.
Yeah, okay. Kind of. I mean, I think that your decisions and actions will impact the world and impact yourself and have a trajectory to whether it's in this life or a next life or whatever. Like there'll be a karmic tint that follows you around. Because I think some people see a choice of good and bad and choose the bad. And I think, at least I feel better. That
that's your
you don't.
I think you're right, man. Yeah. It's like the butterfly effect or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Or what's the Dr. Seuss thing where Mr. Brown went downtown and then a bug. Oh, when a bug went ka-choo or something like that, right?
And it was all this effect
just because he sneezed.
Yeah,
you know?
I'm thinking about those Methodist commercials that they had for a while, where the person sees somebody yelling at their kid, and then he gets mad and he goes and kicks a puppy, and then somebody sees him kick the puppy, and then they go to work and flip off their boss, and the boss goes home and yells at their kid, and their kid grows up to be a mass murderer. I don't know.
Right.
I mean, that was the
Methodists are
right?
hitting hard.
But they ran that ad or ads like that for a couple of years, some years back. But that's kind of that daisy chain of.
Well, is there a new show out called The Sliding Door or The Sliding Glass or something like that on Netflix or something like that? Janelle was talking about that show being one of these two options of choice, right? Choice becomes the thing. The good you're trying to, after your TMD experience, you are basically trying to take each step and look at it and make the right choice, just a choice.
But when you think,
right. And so when you think well of yourself and you think well of this planet, you then start doing well for yourself because you're choosing good pathways and good choices. So I would say you're on the right path. Thank you, Mother Ayahuasca.
Yes, indeed. Well, have you guys heard of the term pronoia?
I don't
I've always
know that.
really like that. It's that the universe loves me and is conspiring to make me happy.
Yes. What a great thing.
Yes, I love that
Like
concept.
whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're correct.
Exactly, yeah.
Exactly. That's an important
And we're all just like silly little dumb humans. Like we don't know. We're just
bunch of monkeys
stabbing around in the dark, you know. So
but do we, because we are mortal beings, do we have a basis of right and wrong? Like to inflict something that causes a mortal being to cease could be seen as wrong.
Yeah.
Right? You know what I mean? Because I don't think morality and prohibitions are brought by religion. I think humans give it to religion. Right?
Yeah.
Minus like two different, fabrics or whatever. That's that came straight from God.
Yeah.
He's really uptight about fabric
and meats.
But you know what I mean? It's like, because of the thought experiment of like two guys on a desert island, right? There's nobody else around. It's like if somebody murders somebody else, is that bad? You know what I mean? Because there's no relativity to it. And I tend to say,
Is that an attachment to bad versus good? We've just put that out there. And so if you're good,
I don't know. I guess that's a fair question.
that?
Do we get
How
talked
does
into being
word-
good to be controlled or whatever? But I don't know. I think overall,
our morals based on our lives onto another civilization on the other side of the world who has a practice that we don't agree with or we think is like, whoa.
Yeah. They have better
the
breasts.
use of,
And that's somehow bad?
We did talk about Sydney Sweeney.
And talking about breasts, did I tell you about this girl I met? No. You guys are great. I love talking with you guys. This is fantastic.
Awesome.
There's got to
This is
be
therapy.
57 boobs on that stage.
Jeez. Kyle, we're going to bring this kind of to a close, but I did have a question for you. Kyle and I have a gaming company, and we created a game called Soup to Nuts, DunceCapGames.com, folks.
Goodbye.
There was a question in there at one point, and I'm going to try to word this correctly. Would you rather be on the civilization upswing or on the decline? Meaning, are you? And I think this is one you can. This is definitely one you came up with. Would you rather be on that climb to the peak of greatness, or would you rather have hit that peak and are on the way down?
Yeah.
Do you remember that question?
I vaguely do. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I guess.
Do you think we're
Answer the question now.
well? Do you think we're on that peak
If this
or
was the bell
beyond that
curve,
peak?
Are we talking like here or here?
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, I mean, if we're talking the peak, maybe just right after the
Like a
peak.
little bit.
right after
either way.
Do you think
penicillin.
Do you think we're beyond that peak?
I mean, it depends. I would say Western, like typical Western civilization, is probably on the other side of the peak.
Okay.
I feel like we peaked at Obama. That's probably about.
Oh, man.
Maybe so. Yeah.
I would rather, but my preference would actually be slightly on the downside, kind of where I am now.
Yeah, I don't think
exciting.
irreversibly yet. I think we've got just about a generation,
Yeah.
and if we don't do it, Yeah.
What's the reference point you could give us with regard to that point of where are you at now compared to where you were saying you want to be?
I'm pretty much where I want to be. I'm just like making up a fake curve and pretending I know where we are on it. I really have no idea.
Okay.
But I feel like there'd be more excitement on the downslope.
Why so?
Oh, as far as like
there'd be more chaos,
danger.
more. What's the word when things come apart?
Disillusion.
Entropy. More entropy. It'd make it a little more chaotic and crazy.
And you thrive in chaos and crazy? Or you just get shit done because it's your life?
Get shit done, and it would be exciting.
And he lives on a river.
Yeah.
In the woods with spare food.
Yeah.
And boobs.
And a few guns.
Yeah. Because,
I've prepared for this thing. I mean, it'd be a shame if I didn't get to use my
I know. We're all coming to your place, Kyle. I'm bringing whiskey. Don't worry.
All right, cool.
That's my ticket in.
Yeah. What about you? Where do you want to be?
Right at the peak, but yeah.
Free kittens.
But if I had to one side or the other, I mean, it'd be great because I don't know if we've beyond that peak, then we've already lived it, right?
Yeah.
Without any fanfare.
What year would you want to be
confetti.
In the Roman Empire? That's another way we can.
Oh shit, man! I want to be dancing with Nero.
Yeah, at the very end,
playing that fiddle, watching that motherfucker burn. Geez, I don't know. I mean, because there was a lot of good stuff and there was a lot of shit that was happening,
kind of like now.
At the peak, but
but just I like the idea, and I understand that this was never true in the United States completely, but like the space race and that kind of optimism that we could reach these heights, and that kind of I understand there was a lack of civil rights and a bunch of things that weren't up to stand. We would have been further ahead if they had been present. Right? Totally. For sure. But at least we had some type of goal, a common goal. You know what I mean? It's like, and I think that it's to our detriment that we're as fractured as we are. There can be a lot of value in numerous different subcultures. I'm not knocking that, but you know what I mean? Some kind of commonality. And the commies aren't really the threat that people pretend they are. No, you know what true. I mean? But it's our
been the
own
big bad guy.
It is. It's our own greed that's our problem now. But how you do war on greed, I'm not sure, because one's kind of the same as the other.
Yeah. Right? Summer 1967, Haight-Ashbury Park.
Nice.
That's probably sitting on the steps with the Grateful Dead.
Catching chlamydia, just walking down the street.
Just breathing. Come on.
And God bless us, everyone. Oh, man.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Kyle, is there any...
hold on, one more thing.
Yeah.
Speaking of chlamydia,
I'm glad we can.
I'm gonna roll it into that too. I got all my tests back, and I'm 100% clean from all the things.
Nice,
that's great.
So I got that going for me.
Yeah,
which is nice.
We're proud of you. Knock on wood right now.
Yeah,
thanks, Charles.
Kyle, is there any philosophical question? Not to put you on the spot, but we already have quite a bit tonight. Is there any philosophical question that you would just like to throw out and leave us and our audience with to mull over and think about?
I heard something on the drive here that really kind of stuck with me. It's not a question; it's more of a statement. But it's alphas together are beta.
Jeez. Yeah, I think I might graffiti that.
Yeah,
I expected something a little longer.
That's a great idea.
Yeah. Did that come from somebody in particular, or just was a
this
discussion?
Podcast guy's name was Balaji, but it was just this point. Like, there's all these people that want to be alpha, and that's this big thing in the culture now. Yeah. But a group of people that can work together will destroy a group of people that can't work together. Yeah, and alphas can't work together.
No, exactly.
So alphas together are beta.
Yeah. Jeez.
Advantage. So
nice.
Yeah.
No, I'm graffitiing that tomorrow. I got some fat fucking pens, dude. I know exactly where I'm putting it. Oh yeah.
Hell
nice. So good.
Nice. Well, we're going to end the episode there on something positive in just a second, but I want to remind people to go to r-townpodcast.com and sign up to become a member. to help support the show.
Oh, yeah.
Costs less than a dirty gas station cup of coffee.
Is the
Go
gas
with it, man.
station dirty or is the cup dirty?
They're both dirty.
I love gas stations.
I mean, it's only $30 a year.
$30
Yeah,
a
yeah,
year.
That's $3 a month.
Yeah,
I mean,
no,
you guys,
yeah.
come on, you guys.
Come on.
Or even go to Patreon or buymeacupofcoffee.com
Oh, nice.
and you can just toss us like $10.
Just the sheer and utter
or
joy
100.
that we
Yeah.
receive, I'm telling you, it's when
And we
you can
get great
power
guests
a
like
small
Kyle to come
town.
on. Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
so
thanks,
do that
Kyle.
right now. Do that. And to end this on something positive, because tomorrow, as we record this, I think is the first day of August, right?
Yes.
So I found a quote by Victoria Erickson. August is the slow, gentle month that stretches out the longest across the span of a year. It yawns and lingers on with the light in its palms.
Well, that is nice.
That was very calming.
Thank you.
Can you do that again?
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
One more
Our
time.
audience just went. Look at
August is the slow, gentle month that stretches out the longest across the span of a year. It yawns and lingers on with the light in its palms.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. Kyle, thanks so much for being here. Are you
Yes,
going to stick
yes.
around and do our top 5 with us?
Yeah, hell yeah.
You got
Thanks
time?
for bringing me down. I got time, yeah.
All right. Well, we're going to go leave this episode here and come back and do our top 5, which you can find in the members only section. So go do it right now.
Do it.
Thanks, guys.
Please like, subscribe, comment, and share. And if you think this episode is worth $1 or $5, the boys would love to have it. Please go to ourtownpod.store for merch or to donate now. For less than a cup of coffee, you can also join the website in the member-only area for exclusive bonus content, blogs, and more. It's just $3 a month or $30 a year. Thank you for listening to this production of Our Town Podcast Extraordinaire.